All right, welcome to the cabinet episode. We're going to see what we can do about the cabinet issue. I haven't been able to find anything used off from Facebook Marketplace, and I don't really want to buy anything new, but we're going to see what we can do today. We're going to resolve it today, so stay tuned for more. Okay, just checking in. Been running around all day looking for some great cabinets to put in the garage. Trying to look for used stuff, looking stuff off Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, all that fun stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not having a lot of luck, and all the prices I'm finding used are about the same price or more expensive than brand new. So I think I'm just gonna go buy brand new cabinets that are cheaper costs and go from there, because I'm gonna have to paint them anyways. Anything I buy used, I have to paint. I might as well buy something brand new that's not been painted before and it's just straight clean cabinet. So that's what I'm gonna do. Headed off to the big store now to do that. Just kind of a little bit of info for you guys. If you're looking for cabinets, either start early, grab them up if you can. I'm kind of being picky. I want it to look nice when it's done. It's gonna be a great finished product is what I'm trying to aim for. That way it looks like it's gonna be built in, designed for that. You know, you might have the same problems I'm having, or you might luck out and run into some cabinets that are just perfect. I'm just spending too much time now looking. I've spent almost a half a day looking. I've spent probably over a week, in a total of 3 or 4 hours looking online, different places, calling people. Because that's one challenge you got if you're trying to save some money that may or may not work. And in this particular case, I'm kind of deciding it's not working, and I'm just gonna move on. I got stuff to do. It's costing me money just not working, so I'm just gonna get it done. All right, I'll catch you back when I get back from the store after I pick up these cabinets. Truck full of cabinets. Unloaded a few of them, but there you go. Got them all filled back in there. Even got one up there in the front up there. Lots of cabinets. These aren't the best high-end cabinets, but I'm trying to keep it on a budget here. As I told you guys, I have a budget. You guys are gonna have a budget. Everybody's got a budget, so I'm gonna try to keep it that way. Showing these cabinets in here. I got some there already unloaded. Super excited. All right, I'm gonna get these unloaded. All right, here's all the cabinets. Got them unloaded. Basically, there's gonna be some uppers and lowers, about 6 feet in the corner. So they're gonna go right there, around the corner here, about 6 feet, and then 6 feet around the corner up in here. Now I'm gonna head off to another store, get some paint for these suckers. I'm gonna surprise you with the colors. Alright, I spent a good amount of time scraping stuff off, cleaning up all the scrub or all the rough marks, getting the paint off the floor, getting some mud that I got on the floor, as well as a bunch of other stuff that was on the floor. So we're gonna let that set, let it dry. I'll come back and power wash it later. You can see there's some more over here, a bunch over here. Alright, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna work on these cabinets. Kind of get them all prepped, get some primer on them, see how that goes, and then let that dry, and then kind of go from there. Never done this before. I've only done it in theory and seen it in theory, so you're gonna be learning along with me. Alrighty, we'll get going.
Part of my brain is screaming for more. Invariably, they blow right through, and the braking is so poor, and their judgment after that. Then we shut the ABS off and have the customer for a few times. Yes, it's hard to lock up that. It's actually doesn't it keep rolling? It does. And that freaks out a lot of people. Oh, yeah. Our judgment skills for stopping on different.
Alrighty guys, cabinets are Primed, started with the prime. All the doors are on the front sides are primed. The cabinets themselves are primed. Cabinet doors are primed there, as well as the cabinets themselves. You can see it up there. Wrap that up. Okay, that's it for the day, guys. We got some painting done on the cabinets, got some cleaning up done on the floors. End of the day, I'm getting tired. I gotta prep for my trip tomorrow. If you like what you see, hit the like button down there. If you don't, let me know as well. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I can't wait to see what you guys got to say for comments. Thanks for following. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you guys later. Alright, what you see me doing is I'm wiping down all the sawdust and from the sanding I did. All I'm doing is some touch-up sanding, knocking off any of my little rough edges that are on there. Like I said, the cabinets when I bought them, they were pretty much ready to go for finishing. A little bit of touch-up I did. I'm wiping everything down with acetone because acetone gets rid of everything. That's what I have. You don't necessarily have to use that. You can get a tack rag. Acetone's a pretty caustic chemical, but I like it. It cleans everything. I don't have a problem with it. It dries and cures clear. You can buy a tack rag and use that as well. So that's what I'm doing to clean up. All right, back to painting. Okay guys, I'm all done wrapping up the cabinet doors, got them primed for the uppers, and I just want to share with you a little bit of what I know about this stuff. I am just learning. I did a lot of internet research, so what I'm doing is I found a primer and a paint that was highly recommended. I'll put that in the link below, as well as some of the other stuff I'm using. The biggest thing here is make sure everything's super clean. I bought some brand new cabinets, so they were already prepped for paint or varnish. They were ready to finish. I did a little bit of sanding, as you saw there earlier. Also using a nice thin, smooth coat roller, a nice little roller. Doing light coats. Don't go too heavy. If you go too heavy, you may end up with a lot of runs, and you'll have to come back and fix it later. It's better to do 2 coats than have to do one real heavy coat that looks horrible. Thin coats help you keep the details in the wood, etc. What I'm doing here is I bought the cabinets basically because I ran out of time. I have a schedule that I need to keep for my garage, as well as getting videos out to you guys, as well as I'm doing an interior remodel of my house. So with my day job, I just don't have a lot of time to out there chasing around looking for cabinets. If you're working on your own garage and you got time, look out there on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. You can find cabinets people are selling. Make sure you know what your prices are, used versus new. Brand new, I didn't spend a whole lot of money. So I would say, watch those prices. Make sure you're not overpaying for used cabinets. Take your time, you can build those cabinets, pick up those cabinets, paint them yourself, leave them alone. If you paint them, just take your time. I'm actually doing this as a 2-for-1. I learned how to paint these cabinets with this primer and the same paint that I'm going to use in my kitchen. It's kind of a learning experience for me. Because it's expensive, I'm just trying it out here. I'll get back to that a little bit more when we start putting it together. I'll talk about layout and things that you can add to your garage and not add to your garage, or what I'm planning on doing and what I'm not doing. All right, sorry about the echo. Once I get things in here, that echo will start to go away. All the other materials will start to absorb it. Right now, it's just concrete and wall, so it echoes pretty good in here. Same thing with the lighting. I guarantee the lighting will improve. Appreciate you guys watching. Keep watching, and I'm gonna keep going. Excited about this color that I'm going to put on the upper cabinets. I'm super patriotic, so there's your tip of what's going to go on from here on out. Here we go. Well, that made a mess. Didn't do that very well. Alright guys, what you just saw me do is I created a template. So the wall that creates the garage wall is a 2x4 wall. The concrete wall is about 6-inch wall. So you have a little bit of extra there, minus the sheetrock that sticks out. So to get these cabinets to stick against the wall, I have to make a cutout at the base on the back side of these cabinets to make it work. And that's what I'm doing. I created a little template. That concrete wall is going to rise as I go further, but I didn't go too far out because it gets pretty high. So hopefully I don't have to just start doing reconstruction on cabinets. Ooh, laser! Alright, see if I can not screw this up. You see down there in the corner, I'm accommodating for that concrete wall. So, and then therefore, there's just a small cut inside there. I'll just put a little bit of mud in there or cover that up and you'll never know what happened. Probably not going to be so lucky on the next one. It's going to be even further out, a little bit deeper. Sometimes you're just really lucky. This worked out perfect. I didn't go from the bottom. It just works out. This is the last cabinet. Super happy. All right, what I'm doing is I'm making sure I got 6 feet from the corner all the way to the edge here, about where I want to be, because the countertop I'm buying is right at 6 feet long. Pre-made P-lam countertop, plastic laminate countertop. Probably the most inexpensive way to go about doing this. All right, so what we're gonna do is take these cabinets out of here and then we'll put the epoxy floor down underneath the cabinets. That way if somebody takes these cabinets out, I wasn't cheap, and the epoxy stops at the cabinets. We're gonna make sure we do it the right way. That way in the future, somebody's got it taken care of, they wanna take these cabinets out, remove them, they have epoxy underneath the floor, or on the floor. Whew, it's getting tiring, it's getting late, so I think I'm gonna wrap things up, clean up a little bit around here, and then we're gonna call it a day. All right, good afternoon. I had a really slow start this morning. I completely forgot there was gonna be internet installed today. It only took 35 days. I would like to beat up on the person and the company that took forever to do it, but I don't want a lawsuit on my hands, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Just coming back from the store, I had to do a run for the paint that I didn't get last night. I also picked up a bunch of stuff for the future growth of things I need to do. It's coming together, guys. It's super coming together. I spent a little time laying things out. I'll walk you guys through that after I get done with lunch here. Spent a little time laying things out, make sure I knew exactly where I wanted to go. Realized I made some mistakes. I'll share those with you and what I didn't do and what I would do different this time. There's also some surprises that came out that I thought ahead, and then they came out as well as I thought they would. So I'll share those as well. We're gonna wrap it up today, finishing up the painting of the cabinets and the painting of a surprise I got. I laid it out last night. You guys saw that. I will reveal what I'm doing there. And when I get back, it'll be another episode, but we're gonna work on the epoxy floor. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. And then that'll wrap up the garage as far as I'm about to put the cabinets in. you know, start putting things together. I'll get the lights in, all that sort of stuff. Like everybody out there, there's a budget, and that's what's slowing a few things down. The budget for the epoxy floor as well as the lighting, it's quite extensive for a standard budget, and there's a big surprise I got coming up. It's going to be a big hit to the budget, but I'm super excited about what it's going to do to the garage. I mean, it's going to make the garage very, very capable. It might close it in a little bit. I will share that with you later. All right, I'll see you guys after lunch. All right, guys, done with lunch. I'm gonna walk you through a little bit of things I did this morning. I did mostly measuring, laying things out, kind of figure out what's going on with the cabinets. After that, we're just gonna get back to work. Alrighty, I'll show you around. Okay, there we go. We got the cabinets. I threw them all in place. You saw me doing a little bit of that last night, but I wanted to get the base cabinet in. This cabinet right here, is actually gonna have a sink in it. There's also, I don't know if you guys have noticed, those have been sharp in watching the video, there's actually a heat and air conditioning vent back there in the corner behind that. So I laid that out, wanted to see where that was gonna fall today. I got a little bit of thought process. I gotta come in and figure out how I'm gonna run that heat and air conditioning out from underneath that cabinet to the forward part of this cabinet. Probably just gonna put a little bit of a small duct in the inside of that cabinet. It's mostly just gonna be for cleaning my hands, washing stuff. All right, I got the uppers in place here and I laid those out. I wanted to see where they were at. So this upper above the garage sink right there, I want to make sure that was going to lay out and it was going to be to the left, to the right, my right of that outlet. And I actually measured correctly. Everything measured out right. So that's what we got going on there. There is actually a TV stand. That was one of the benefits of one of the tenants that left. I'm not sure which one it was, the last tenant or the tenant before that. There's actually two of them left in the house. I just chose the smaller one. And that is one of the mistakes I did make. I kind of thought about it earlier, I would have put an outlet up there where I'm gonna put the TV stand. Now what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to run outlet or cord through this upper and get power that way. So that was a mistake. I probably wish I had done different, but that's okay. Now the rest of the uppers, this one here and that one there, they're gonna lay out perfect. I shortened this upper when I ordered it, so it will be below that window. It won't stick above the window. So that's kind of what my plan was there. There's the uppers. That's kind of where they're going to be. The lowers. That's where the bases are going to be. So that's kind of where they are. You can see I put some shims in there. I was trying to just figure out how bad it is, how bad the floor slopes and rolls. It's not too bad. It's workable. Not as good as I'd hope, but it'll work. There you go. There's the doors for the uppers that I need to work on, paint those today. And then if I get going, we're gonna even finish painting all of the lowers today as well. All right, enough talk about what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get going.
As in Catholic, like a wet blanket, a victory like Chancellorsville must have seen me within these grasp. It was on, and it was there.
Alright, I use a tack rag for all the base cabinets and the base cabinet doors and drawers to help me out with the dust down. I use acetone early on when I was cleaning everything down after I sanded it, but the acetone will react with this latex based paint, so you don't want to use that. Once you start getting paint on there, you use a tack rag to kind of clean up the dust. I also use a little bit of a vacuum. I didn't show any of that. There's your tip. Tack rag will help clean things up. Okay, just got done doing a bunch of sanding for all the base work, a couple of the upper cabinet doors that I forgot to do. So now, on to a little bit of surprise I have for you. I'm kind of excited. It's a little feature I'm adding to the garage that I think will be useful for later on. Nothing too extravagant, but a little bit whimsical. So here you go, I'm gonna show you what it is. Okay, I'm gonna put a little magnetic chalkboard up. A little bit of magnetic primer, and then a chalkboard paint to go over top of it. That's what that outline is for. You saw me making yesterday. Also, I was laying out those cabinets today, and I noticed that there's some spots of these cabinets that I can put and make magnetic. So there's a spot here that says magnetic, and as well as here. So what that is I'm gonna put magnetic coating on it, and then I'll put the red over top of it, and then I'll be able to hang magnets and stuff I want from there. All right, those base cabinets are ready to go. I got the color out. I'm gonna pour it out in the pan, see what you guys think. Drop your comments down below. Tell me what you think about the whole color scheme. Go from there. Like it or dislike it, it's going on the wall. All right, here we go, back to work.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
What do you think about that
Slow
color?
up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna.
Alrighty, here's the blue paint on the trim, on the drawers here. See how that comes out. I'm not sure, it's supposed to be a nice royal blue. We'll see how it comes. There you go. All right, we're done for the evening. I got enough blue paint all over my hand. It looked like I killed a Smurf, but I'm done painting for the night. I'm gonna call it good, let it dry. I gotta go to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna let it cure while I'm gone. Next time you see the cabinets is when I start installing them. We'll let them cure in the meantime. Next episode's gonna be the epoxy floor, a how-to of doing that. I'm super excited about that. I know there's a bunch of people out there might be interested in it as well. Put the likes, see all the blue hands. Put the likes, all the questions, and the dislikes down below. Don't forget the subscribe button. Thanks for hanging out with me, and appreciate you guys' efforts and support.